Jihad. Are you afraid of this word? Don't be. Jihad is an Arabic word who can be translated as struggle, ability to strive, or the struggle of one's maximum effort to repel the enemy by word or deed. One must also distinguish between a lesser jihad and a greater jihad. The greater jihad, and therefore the more important one, is also called jihad against himself, a struggle to subdue one's own ego against evil inclination and tendencies. It is a spiritual striving to attain nearness to God, and it is a lifelong conscious striving necessary on every Muslim. This is the jihad of self-reformation. The struggle is against our own temptations such as greed, lust, and other worldly temptation. This is a journey of a person from an animalistic state of existence living for immediate. It's disciplined yourself to exercise moral control. This type of jihad is obligatory on every Muslim throughout his life. Our Creator tells us in the Quran, there should be no compulsion in religion. Surely, right has become distinct from wrong, and whosoever refuses to be led by those who transgress and believes in Allah has surely grasped a strong handle which knows no breaking. And Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing. According to the Quran, anyone who devotes his time, effort, wealth, or knowledge to the cause of the righteousness is practicing jihad. This is also obligatory on all Muslims. The lesser jihad is fighting in self-defense against an enemy that has initiated an attack. It is also an effort to confront an enemy who unlawfully evicts one from one's home and invade on the freedom of the worship of God. Jihad is not intended to hurt someone's, encourage disloyalty towards established government, or disrupt peace in any manner. All such acts are against the teaching of Islam. The Quran has clearly restricted this type of jihad to certain conditions while forbidding transgression of any sort. The battle can only be in a defensive way and not in an offensive way. And fight in the cause of Allah against those who fight against you, but do not transgress. Surely Allah loves not the transgressors. Further on, our Creator gave us clear direction in what can and cannot be done in a battle fought by the Muslims. Civilians who are not fighting against Muslims are not to be attacked or killed at all. Crops or other source of food and water, cattle or other animals are not to be destroyed. Hospitals, orphanage, and other places of safety and refuge are not to be destroyed. Mosques, churches, synagogues, and other places of worship are not to be destroyed. Women, children, old, and disabled are to be left untouched. If the aggressor stops the aggression or offers a treaty, it should be accepted, and the fighting should stop. Fleeing oppressors need not to be pursued to any unnecessary length and should be allowed to return in their homes. Prisoners of war should be treated with respect and their basic needs to be fulfilled, and they should be freed or ransomed as soon as possible after the battle. Hence, it is very clear that the purpose of any such battle is still to restore peace and not to promote aggression. It is important to know that starting with such a battle is not in the end of the Muslims. It can only be initiated by an oppressor fulfilling the previous conditions. Nowhere in the Quran you will find that jihad means hurting or taking the life of innocent. In the opposite, you will find whoever kills a person, unless it is for manslaughtering or mischief in the land, is as though he killed all mankind, and whoever saves a life, it is as though he had saved the life of all mankind. Do you have in your holy book instructions to tell you who cannot be harmed in times of war? Or is war forbidding for you, and you have to turn the other cheek when someone tries to hurt you or hurt the one you love?